Now, I'm going to casually mention to you something that's very scary indeed, and tell you what the alien agenda is. And it's going to sound very familiar. The alien agenda is the complete takeover of this planet, the killing off of 5, 6 to 7/8 of the world's population by the year 2029. U.S. military has known about this for 45 years. They've told no one. As far as I know, I'm the only person standing before a crowd talking about the alien agenda, secretively. Now.
Before, after being a sixth grade school teacher, I was introduced to the late Dr. Wernher von Braun in the U.S., the father of rocketry. In my first meeting with him, during that first 3.5 hours, he said to me, "Carol, you will stop the weaponization of space." And I said, teachers don't stop until June. He said, "No, you have to understand, this is February, and we have to prevent the weaponization of space because there is a lie being told to everyone that the weaponization of space is now first being based upon the evil empire, the Russians. There are many enemies," he said, "against whom we're going to build this space-based weapon system. The first of whom was the Russians, which was existing at that time. Then there would be terrorists. Then there would be third world countries. Now we call them rogue nations or nations of concern. Then there would be asteroids." And then he would repeat to me over and over, "And the last card, the last card, the last card would be the extraterrestrial threat." Well, at the time, I kind of laughed when he said asteroids, and when he said extraterrestrials, I knew I wasn't going to deal with that subject. And now we hear on the news just today, this week, that they've slid in another enemy. Only this time we're going to protect our satellites. In other words, we have to have some reason to spend these trillions, to waste these dollars on a space-based weapon system, and they're all lies. This is a system, he told me, that would never protect anyone. Even back then, he talked about suitcase bombs. He talked about chemical, viral, bacterial, biological warfare, that these space-based weapons would never protect us against. And then he told me that, in fact, if you travel around the world, which I did after he died in 1977, I met with people in over 100 countries who were friends. They didn't want to build space-based weapons. I became...
Something that got a lot of attention this week. Barack Obama said that aliens are real. Have you seen any evidence of non-human visitors to Earth?
Well, he gave classified information. He's not supposed to be doing that.
So aliens are real?
Well, I don't know if they're real or not. I can tell you he gave classified information. He's not supposed to be doing that. He made a big mistake. He took it out of classified information. No, I don't have an opinion on it. I never talk about it. A lot of people do. A lot of people believe it. Do you believe it, Peter?
Well, the president can declassify anything that he wants to, so if you want to make an announcement.
I may get him out of trouble by declassifying.
We know illegal aliens are real.
Yeah, illegal. Only illegals. What else?
All right, President Trump commenting on something that a lot of people have been discussing as of late. He said that he might...
Distances between solar systems are so great that the chances we've been visited by aliens is low. And I saw no evidence during my presidency that extraterrestrials have made contact with us. Really. And last night, from President Trump, a new promise. I will be directing the Secretary of War and other relevant departments and agencies to begin the process of identifying and releasing government files related to alien and extraterrestrial life.
He played a little coy with us.
Trump's daughter-in-law, meantime, suggests something may be going on here.
I think my father-in-law has actually said it, that there is some speech that he has that I guess at the right time, and I don't know when the right time is.
Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
This is Matthew 24 and verse 24. For they shall arise false Christ. Right? But we don't really use that word Christ. Right? This is Hamashiach Yahushai. when we refer to the correct names, right? Hamashiach and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. All right, first and foremost, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Makah HaKodash. We do so, right, under the tutelage of GMS, right, the people who I study under, our double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS, on down, right, for, allowing the Spirit, to bring out these precepts, right, to teach the masses the correct doctrine through the strength and power of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, right? I want to give a salutation to the hopeful elect preaching and supporting truth sincerity, to you rifts, to you sisters out there, Lord in the silence, staying in order. I say to you all, Shalom. All right, back to Matthew 24 and 24, right? We know that we're living in those times, right? Because the disciples asked, when should we know that the days, when the end of the days should come, paraphrasing, but they were asking him, like, when is your return coming? Right, one of those things was there's going to be mass deception, right? We know that pertaining to Job 9:24, where the earth was given unto the hand of the wicked, which is Esau, Edom, who we know is so-called white men today. They had the power to do these things, right? To create miracles, right? To make people walk again, the Neuralink, things of that nature. To make people speak, talk, heal the blind, right? Through technology, right? These are the lying wonders, right? They got a lot of technology, and they're gonna fool the masses, man, to a point where if it were possible, which is not possible, that it could fool the very elect. So if it could almost fool the elect, how much more the masses? Right? The people are so asleep. Right? Morality has been stripped away from the people at this point. And when we jump up to verse 12, it says, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Right? So, we live in a time where everybody's just hard-headed, lustful, set in their ways. Nobody wants to be corrected. Nobody wants to change. See, the Amalekites, the small hatters, the head tribe of Esau, they are divided against themselves, and they are at an arms race against each other. So the Lord's confounding them. At this point, a nation will rise against nation, as well as it says in verse 6 here. Right? And I brought out those precepts because, in the first video, the man brought out that the last card that they're going to use before all hell breaks loose is that alien talk, right? And that man was unalived. And that woman who was dating that researcher, who was a German, who came from, I believe it was the Second War, to head the NASA program. And, rockets and things of that nature. And he said that, because he didn't like the small hatters either. And he said the last card they're going to use, because he knows these small hatters are up to something. The small hatters been planning for a long time, right? And he said the last card they're going to use is the alien thing. And all of a sudden, with these e-files, right, the Epstein files being released, all of a sudden, Trump announces disclosure, right? More alien talk, more defense spending, more control of the people, right? So we're living in those times, right? And we're watching and praying right? Because we can't wait till this place is over, man. So we pray this is it, man. They saying by 2029. I mean, it could be a lot sooner than that. I wouldn't go by that. Right? These people, if they could, they would have done that yesterday, man. But it's all of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai's time. He controls it all. He's the one holding the winds back. But yeah, man, I just wanted to bring that out. So, for edification purposes, man, I pray that was edifying. I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Bakah HaKodash, the Bahanas to the elders and apostles of GMS who I learned from. Shalom to the hopeful elect, preaching this word in truth and in sincerity. To you, rifts, to you, sisters out there, learning in silence, and staying in order. I say to you all, Shalom.